Hello, and welcome to the Multi-Passionate Edge. I am your host, Cheryl Pullins. Man, that groove on that pre-show, whatever it is so cool, and I get so caught up. And I have this additional countdown afterwards, but I'm like, why? I'll just come on and get us started. So welcome if you're watching live. Welcome if you're watching the replay. Either way, like, share this out, comment, do all the things. And hello, gorgeous. I see you, Latanya Graham. Hello. Thank you so much. This is broadcasting on 3 different platforms. We are on Facebook, we are on LinkedIn, and we are on YouTube. All right. So, I like to start off by talking about what lipstick I'm wearing today. And today I am wearing an amazing brand. It's Taj, I think it's how it's pronounced, but it is a brand that was created by a woman named Marie Smith, an African American, I think she's Caribbean actually, woman in Canada. And she actually sent this to me. I absolutely love it. The color is called Luxe. So I'm liking it. It's called Luxe. And it's the Taj brand. It's TAJJ. This is the lipstick, and it's a beautiful, like a blue red. I absolutely love it. And that is what I'm wearing today. And if I remember, I'll put the link in the comments for the actual website where you can go buy it. Marie Smith, she's such a gracious woman, and she gifted me with this, and I wanted to make sure that I highlighted and talked about it, since I talk about all my red lipsticks. So here we are. It is Q3, 3rd quarter of the year. It's time to kick it up a notch. It's time to, get the ball further up the mountain or over the hill, however you want to look at it. And so at the end of last year, I did a 5-day masterclass called Recalibrate. Does anybody remember that? If you're watching and you participated in that, let me know in the comments. Does anybody remember me doing Recalibrate? And it was actually a well-received masterclass, 5-day masterclass that I did. And it really focused on kind of like recalibrating your mindset, yourself, everything for the coming year. So Latanya says she remembers. So when I was thinking about, all right, this is the second half of the year. July is the second half of the year, people, not June, July, August, September, October, November, December, 6 months. So when I was thinking about the second half of the year, and what I really wanted to focus on, what I really wanted to do. So I had a conversation with a coach last week, and she really took me to task on a couple things. And but she was also very encouraging, and she really, she threw the gauntlet down and said, if this is what you said you want, then you need to step into it and you need to do it in the way that is going to get you good results. So for the past 8 years, really, I think it's been 8 years. Yeah, for the past 8 years, maybe longer than that, I've been focusing on like one-on-one consulting work, working one-on-one with people, helping them build their brands in a consulting capacity. Because when I work one-on-one, it's not coaching when it comes to your personal brand. It's consulting because I'm literally stepping in, telling you what to do, what's going to work, and all that kind of stuff. Coaching works a little different. Um, I sprinkle coaching in there, but I really am consulting you. You are investing in the expertise that I'm bringing to the table to help you use your personal brand to reach your goals. That's ultimately what I do. But it's been 8 years since I've had a group program about branding. I know it's been 8 years. I was trying to figure out, like, are you telling me I have not done a group program about branding in 8 years? And I really believe that's the case because the program I wrote 8 years ago, I've only delivered once. So I use that to frame how I wanted to show up in the third quarter, what I wanted to talk about, and how I wanted to prepare people for the fourth quarter. So I decided that I was going to go keep with the recalibrate theme, but really focus on recalibrating your personal brand in particular. Your personal brand. A lot of people say I do branding. It's personal branding that I do. It's not what you think in terms of logos and colors and all that. That's in there much later. My focus is very strategic. It's a strategy focus where we really deal with the foundation that you're building. So when you decide to scale, you have the proper foundation for your personal brand that allows you to scale, that allows you to take your personal brand, leverage it, and allows you to step into coaching, consulting, publishing books, hosting a podcast, doing brand deals. It allows for all of that. It allows for you to scale up and without having to go back and redo the foundation. If you think of that from a builder's perspective, trying to go back to redo the foundation, I don't really think it's possible, other than having to go in and shore up what you've already built, but you can't really go back down into the foundation. And that's why the work that I do, I'm so adamant about ensuring that you build the proper foundation upon which you can build your um, legacy, that you can create wealth, that you could do all these things because you have the proper foundation in place. I really am a stickler for that. That's where my strength is. I can help you build a foundation that'll take you and your personal brand and the business you're building from zero to millions. I've done it. I haven't always owned it, but I've done it. I've done it. And that's so when it comes to the second quarter of this year, I really want you to focus on, and I really want to help you focus on, how are you going to recalibrate your personal brand? How are you going to adjust it, change it, develop it? How are you going to align it? How are you going to improve your personal brand, right, in order to reach your personal and business goals? Because that's really what I do. That's what all of what I do is about. It's about helping you build a personal brand, cultivate a personal brand, right? That's going to position you to reach your personal and professional, your business goals. So over the next few weeks, that's what we're going to be talking about on the live stream here on the Multi-Passionate Edge. We're going to be talking about how to recalibrate your personal brand for business for success and business and life. Because I'm telling you, listen, listen. I believe so much about this. I believe so much in this personal brand message and how you can cultivate it, how you can leverage it to create wealth and build a living legacy. I believe in that thing so much. You're like, Cheryl, why do you believe in it so much? Because everywhere you look, there is evidence of it. There is proof, what I like to call proof of concept. There is proof of concept that leveraging your personal brand is a wealth creation, legacy building strategy. Somebody, please put that in the comments. Make sure you write that down. I'm asking somebody to put it in the comments because I might forget what I said and might want to repeat it in a second. Good afternoon, Elena Anale McCorder. So good to see you on here today, gorgeous. Right? Your personal brand is how you can create wealth and build a living legacy. And now y'all know I hear you. I hear your the wheels spinning in your head. Living legacy. Why is she saying living legacy? Most people talk about living a legacy, and the perception of legacy is something that you leave after you are gone, after you have left the earth. My perspective on this is living legacy. Because, and I heard Oprah Winfrey say this, and initially when I heard it, it didn't totally make sense. But over the last few weeks, since I've been really digging my heels in here, it makes total sense. Because every person that encounters you, every life you touch, you leave a legacy. Potentially, you leave a legacy. Most people talk about it being something that's, you do something that's memorable or something, but it lives on after you have gone, meaning left their presence. So I like to talk about it from a living legacy perspective. We know people that are alive, right? That are alive and doing well, that have left living legacies. If they never do anything again and they go on and do something else, they've potentially left a legacy in a certain space. And we could look at sports figures. So you look at a guy like Magic Johnson, right? Magic Johnson left a legacy when it came to basketball. He's not dead. He hasn't gone on. He's left a living legacy, right? He's a basketball legend, right? He's a basketball icon, right? Well, he's not playing basketball anymore, but he's now in a new space of being a very, very well-respected, astute businessman, right? So this is what I mean when I talk about creating a living legacy, something that's living, that you've left while you're still living, That's the type of personal brand I want you to create. I want you to cultivate a personal brand that allows you to create wealth and do what? Build a living legacy. Build a living legacy. Okay. So that's what we're going to be talking about over kind of like over the next few weeks. I'm not putting like a defined number on it because I really want it to flow. I want it to be something that you come to every week on Wednesday around 12 noonish. And I'm going to share some strategies with you, some principles with you. I'm going to share things with you that are going to really, really help you start to cultivate this personal brand that we're talking about, this iconic personal brand that we're talking about. And then if you want to go deeper, and if you really want to jump in and do the work, we're going to talk about how you can do that when I introduce my group program that's going to start in September. And I'm very, very excited about that. Again, I said I haven't done one, and I know it's been 8 years since I've done a personal branding, or actually a branding. I did a branding one. I have never done a personal branding one. So this is really exciting for me because when I started in this space, I started by doing branding because I had walked through the process of branding. It was something that I believed in. It was something that changed the trajectory of my own business. But then when I got in and realized, oh, wait a minute, this is about a personal brand. This is not about a business brand. This is about helping women cultivate personal brands so that no matter what they do, no matter where they go, no matter what they offer, people are going to want to be a part of it. Now, I just gave you your first tip. Cultivating a personal brand allows you to step into different spaces. And this is why I call this particular live stream the Multi-Passionate Edge. Because here I want to give you the freedom, the permission, if you need it, you shouldn't, but I'm going to give it to you, the permission to be your multi-passionate self. I want you to step in and say, you know what? Yes, I am a speaker, an author, a coach, a consultant. Go down the list of all the things that you're passionate about that you want to bring together, right? You want to meld together into a singular message, but a message that allows you to pivot from one thing to the next. That's the secret. That's the secret right there. And that's why I use personal branding as the anchor. It's your personal brand that anchors all of that. So yes, while you might be doing this over here, you have this over here, you have this over here, and in that singular message, you're establishing what you want to be known for and who you want to be known as, regardless of how you deliver it. I'm already teaching, so you should be taking notes right now, because this is powerful. This is where the magic is. This is where I am very different from just about anybody teaching about personal branding. I teach about personal branding from the perspective of being a multi-passionate woman. Multiple facets. Because we are multifaceted people, and we are multifaceted in a lot of ways. So when someone comes along and says, oh no, honey, you just got to do one thing, you feel it just never feels right. I know it doesn't. It never feels right. You feel like a part of you is being like, a part of you is missing, or a part of you is being, you got to go sit in the corner until I get finished with this one over here. And then you go sit over there until I get, and then you go, and instead of saying, hey, all of you, come. And I'm going to leverage my personal brand, who I am, what I love, what I stand for. I'm going to leverage all of that into a singular experience that allows me to pivot. It allows me to speak. It allows me to be an author. It allows me to run coaching programs. It allows me to go into the corporate space as a trainer. It allows me to, be an artist if I'm an artist. It allows me to be an esthetician if I'm an esthetician. It allows me to be, take your pick, an interior designer. It allows me to be a realtor. It allows me to be all of these different things, but it still allows me to deliver that in multiple ways. Catch your breath. I'm catching mine. So I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen basically over the rest of the summer. For the most part, we're going to be talking about recalibrating your personal brand and what it looks like when you adjust, when you change, when you develop, when you come into alignment, right? And improve your personal brand in order to reach your personal and professional goals. Share this live out. Let me know in the comments what you think. Go to iconicwomanclub.com. That way you're on the email list. You won't miss anything that I'm talking about, and I want to shoot you an email. You won't miss anything when I let you know when registration opens for our group program that's starting in September. I've worked on it. I'm very excited about it. We gonna do this thing. We're gonna do this personal branding thing in a way that people have never seen before. Never seen before. Never. Okay. And I'm decreeing and declaring that. And I want to bring you in to be a part of it. So go to iconicwomanclub.com. Just get your name on the list there. Also, some of you know, some of you may not know that the Icon Factor podcast is up and running. We are 7 episodes in. Woohoo! We are 7 episodes in, and right now we are in the process of featuring all the authors from the Unlock the Icon Within book project that we did earlier this year. So that was actually was the beginning of the second quarter. So we're highlighting those authors, and that'll be happening over the next few weeks. I think until the end of July, we'll have all the authors featured for the rest of this month, and then we're just going to keep it going with the podcast. And the way the podcast is designed is that on Tuesdays there are the interview style podcasts, and on Thursdays there's a solo cast from yours truly. And I decided to do that at the kind of like at the last minute. I was like, I really like these interviews, so I want to mix it up. So I'm going to do 2 podcast episodes. Actually, because of the way I'm releasing the authors, it winds up being 4 episodes released in 1 week, because I really want to ramp it up, because the podcast for me is a way for me to get my voice out. It's a way for me to literally reach the world and reach the globe. And I'm really, really excited about that. So that's what I have for you. We're going to kick things off on our next live with the Recalibrate Your Personal Brand series. Next week, we're going to talk about the basics of personal branding. I'm just going to give you some basic things that you really need to know about personal branding and how you can recalibrate yours. In the meantime, go to iconicwomanclub.com. Make sure you get your name on that email list. Also, pop over to and listen to the podcast. And I can't wait to see you on the next live stream for the Multi-Passionate Edge. I'm your host, Cheryl Pullins. See you next time.